it disturbed me. So I don't know. No, I don't.
Man, yeah,
I
you
don't.
can see that lady naked.
No, I
Ain't
know
nothing
it's
wrong with that.
what did you
You
go
done
see?
seen titties and ass before.
Not to that magnitude.
Mm. I'm sorry to hear that.
Right.
It's not to that magnitude. I haven't. Dog, listen. I seen this shit, right? And I just thought about it, right? I was like, that's an interesting question. Hey, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but listen to me. Which Michael Jackson do y'all feel was the more influential? The white Michael Jackson or the black Michael Jackson? We're just debating this.
Oh, you recording? Okay.
Yeah, nigga, y'all see?
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay, cool.
No,
Go ahead. Finish your question.
I pretty much answered. I pretty much said what I said.
Oh,
Black Michael Jackson.
for us, black. Yeah.
Mm.
He,
So
he was still black when he was doing the videos with the cartoon characters and all that, right?
I think he was in the middle. I think he was.
Nah, I think he was still black. Like when he had like the fake Roger Rabbit and all that shit.
See,
I thought
Bugs
he was.
Bunny or whoever it was.
Cause we start going over the songs, dog, and the songs like they got a lot of his popular songs, dog. When he was Caucasian, like Smooth Criminal. They got Black or White.
He wasn't all the way white with the nose and all that shit.
What? Smooth Criminal?
I don't think so. I'm about to
No,
go back. Like
bro, you got pretty.
you just springing this question on the, so I'm kind of conflicted.
Bro, what I'm saying is we got Pretty Young Thing on our side. We got that. That's he was a black man for that. Human Nature. We got that. We got Dirty Diana. See, because it kind of started getting kind of twisted around Thriller, because that's
He
when
was still black in Thriller.
He was still black and Thriller. What is you talking about?
Oh, man, he was
Nah,
mixed.
hell nah. No, he wasn't.
Yes,
He might was a little. He was a little light skinned, but he wasn't white.
Okay, I give us Thriller, but Bad, all that shit over from there is the Caucasians. They got all that shit.
Already
I'm
on the map.
recording this on my phone. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't check it right now. But I'm pretty sure Bad. He was still black.
Bro, did you see the cover of Bad?
I can't pull it up. I
nigga-
can't pull it up.
He wasn't to the point he was when he passed away. Let's say that. When he passed away, he was completely from the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah, he was a white man when he passed.
Before then, he was all right.
Man, I think y'all don't be able to listen.
But the answer
up.
to the question is when he was black. That's when he put himself on the map. Remember, he's been singing since he was a child.
I was just gonna say he was black. He was black during Jackson 5.
Yes.
Exactly.
You
So
got to count that.
that's when he captured our attention, and that's when they became a hit.
So that what y'all telling me is a black man right there?
Let me see.
That's a black man right there?
Yeah, he was still.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, he was transitioning at that point.
Yeah, when really,
Freaking me, stop it, man.
bro, he had the Luther Vandross going on just then, like that. Yes, he did, bro. That nigga had a straight perm when he passed away. That shit was straight.
What black man you don't walk around with hair like that, man? Stop it.
All them niggas back then.
Man, stop it, man. Listen.
Everybody had the Jerry curl and
That's
shit.
the
All that
That's the
was.
same. That's the same hairstyle Rick James had. We know he was a nigga.
And I bet you won't say nothing about Rick James.
I can't say nothing about Rick James. Listen, I'm just going over the songs,
Yeah,
dog.
we can say some things about Rick James. You just can't. Even in his
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing
Hold on,
bad
what
about
can we
Rick
say
James.
about Rick James? Tell me what we can say about Rick James. And if you right, I agree. What?
that nigga was bipolar. One.
Oh man. You ain't no doctor.
What drug he did use? What the Hollywood?
Freaky B, you wildin', man.
What you saying, Hollywood? He was. What drug that nigga didn't use? Let's not act like he was a
Hold on.
Everybody did cocaine back then.
That was a popular drug.
No,
That's
no.
like that.
He
That was like
passed.
weed back in the day.
No, that nigga invented some shit. Whatever he was, you know how we say Snoop is on a different level of weed than the average nigga? That's what Rick James was. Don't say he ain't cap like he was smoking regular or snorting regular cocaine. He was not. That nigga was,
We don't.
that shit was fresh.
We don't.
It was wrong.
In the future, we don't know how we're gonna look at Snoop in the future. He might be the new Rick James. We don't know that.
All I'm saying is, see, you taking it. I'm talking about just Michael Jackson appearance. What songs do we have as the black people? Because the Caucasian got their songs, and I think some of his bigger, I ain't gonna say bigger songs, but some of his well-known songs are some of the songs when he had transitioned over to Caucasian.
I agree with that. Mike made hits with both colors, with both races.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
So which ones are ours though?
all of them mine, nigga. What does mama look like? What does daddy look like?
No, they not all ours, dog. Dude,
They all lie. They all.
was there a Michael Jackson song that you couldn't relate to? That's what the fuck I thought. That belongs
Ben. Ben.
I couldn't relate to Ben either, but Ben was hard though.
I can't relate to Ben, dog.
I can't relate to it either, but that shit that shit was hard.
That's right, wasn't it?
No, that about him and the rat that he was friends with.
Man, y'all know this motherfucker had issues. Now y'all trying to get on here.
You asked me what song I couldn't relate to. I told you
Don't
the
say
song
y'all.
I couldn't relate to.
Right.
Just said that's the song I couldn't relate to. That's all. I mean, it was just a conversation we had in the barbershop, man. And I thought it was.
And what they said in the barbershop. They didn't agree with you, huh? They didn't agree with you.
Nah, a lot of niggas. Hey, boy, listen. Religion.
It seemed like the nigga in the barbershop never agree with you, boy.
They don't. Listen, Michael Jackson, religion, and the LGBT LMNOP people, don't fuck with them, boy. This a Michael Jackson diehards, boy. For real, for real. So, it is what it is. I mean, he's one of the greatest.
In the barbershop, they could tell me how these niggas sound old as fuck. The way you explain them, these a bunch of old ass niggas.
No,
they stand their way, they mind ain't open to shit. The fuck?
Dog, they're around my age. It is what. Dog, I know a bunch of people that's diehard. You can't say nothing crazy about Michael Jackson. Like they stands, and it is what it is. Like he is their American icon, bro. And I ain't mad at that. It is what it is. We all have our shit when it come down to that, bro. So I ain't tripping.
Nah, no, we don't. I don't care like that about none of them niggas.
So you don't have no type icon that you look up to?
Not like that.
Not like
I can't see past. Yeah, not to where I can't see past. I can't see past your bullshit. No, it ain't never been that strong.
I mean, but all of Freaky V can't even say that. See,
we know she can't. We know she can't say that.
She oh, you're lying.
Yeah, lying.
You walk
stone face lie.
Stone face lie.
I know one that I'm not just fully convinced.
So you disqualified.
Yeah, I guess I'm disqualified. That don't count for me.
And he wrote a song for him. One of his biggest hits later on in life.
What?
So, you're not alone. He wrote it.
I listen. I just wouldn't be engaged. That'd probably be the time that I'd be on my phone. I'm not engaged in the conversation about Michael Jackson like that.
It is weird. I'm just saying, bro. It was a conversation. But as I do start the podcast, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy starting a podcast like this with just conversation, then trying to jump into it. But as I said at the beginning of each podcast, we're social media's most imperfect, perfect podcast. Social media's best kept secret. I'm your boy Infamous.
I'm Freaky V.
Hollywood.
And together we make Theze Nutz. Freaky V, tell them how to get in contact with you.
I am Freaky V on Instagram and Threads.
Hollywood, how they get in contact with you?
I am Hollywood Rich _ on Instagram, Threads, Hollywood Rich 85 on X.
Oh, I am infamous on X and I am infamous on TikTok. Please follow, man. Make sure you like all our shit. Also, if you want to follow the podcast, if you follow us on Facebook, it's Theze Nutz Official. Instagram is Theze Nutz _ Hollywood. How they get in contact with us on YouTube?
Separate these nuts.
Also, if you want to take the audio experience, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, however you tend to consume audio podcasts. Please go to Theze Nutz, put the word back together, hit the subscribe, the like button, notification button. You can even drop a comment. Also, if you want any personal inquiries about the podcast, go to thezenutz.business@gmail.com. That's thezenutz.business@gmail.com. And as we do at the beginning of each podcast, Freaky V, how was your week?
Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't do nothing special. Work. Chill
I
out.
was on social media for about a week. They ran out social media, Hollywood. And look at it.
Why? What happened? I missed that.
The 49ers lost.
For what?
The 49ers lost.
Oh, that's what happened.
But nowhere, dog. She was missing in action.
I feel bad too because I lost a couple dollars.
I don't.
Yeah, but I won a couple dollars though too.
Look,
Because I realized what was going on at halftime, and I put another $100 on the Chiefs.
so to even it out.
No, I won more money. I won 300.
Ooh, wait. Shout out to the Kansas Chiefs, man. Listen. Me and Freaky V had a long discussion about that. We're not gonna talk about it on the podcast. We had a very long in-depth conversation about that. All I'm gonna say is it's gonna be a problem.
They stopped running the ball.
They're gonna have a problem with that young man. That's all I'm saying.
So that's the same shit he did with the Falcons. Same game plan.
It is what it is. So, listen, I got some current events that we're gonna jump into first. First part of the pod, right? Well, Freevy, do we really want to? First of all, Freevy, did you go check the Monique situation out? If you didn't, I don't even want to talk about it.
No, all them damn links that you sent, bro, was all fucked up.
What happened now with Monique?
Well, Monique is having issues with her son. I put it up in the group chat earlier this week. It started right after Super Bowl. Well, her biological.
Talking a lot about that on the Breakfast Club. So yeah, I heard a little bit of it.
Well, for you guys that don't know that haven't been on social media, Monique has been having issues with her eldest child. With her and I guess conversation that she's had with on the Club Shay Shay interview, where she kind of said, I guess he asked her, do her and him still have a relationship? She kind of said they don't. She gonna leave it in God's hands and whatever. And I'm assuming her son didn't take lightly to the complete conversation that she had with Shannon Sharp. So he jumped on his TikTok and he kind of responded to his mom and stepdad. And it's like every day some new shit just kept coming out. New shit just kept coming out every day. Monique and her husband will come out and say something, and then he will respond. So I know Freaky V's a huge Monique fan. I'm gonna get her intake on that. I'm gonna pull up some of the videos of what her and Sydney said and his response, and I'm gonna play some after Freaky V response to it. Freaky V, how do you feel about that? That situation.
Well,
or do you want me to play audio first so you can hear it, because I know you ain't heard it, right?
I mean, I heard a clip.
Okay.
Or two. I feel as if, once you're over 18,
mm-hmm.
I am no longer your parent that provides that much advice. I spent 18 years advising. You pretty much know right from wrong. I'm here, or raising you. Let me say that. 18, in the words of my friend Earthquake, I am now an advisor. You're the boss of your own life. I'm the advisor, and you get to make the final decision as how you like to proceed forward. I'm not going back and forth with my children about any actions that I took on raising you and how that came out, if your ass ain't dead, and I hate to say it that blunt, or whatever trauma and shit that you dealing with, probably me too. And I believe in letting motherfuckers go. And it starts with family. With whatever is costing my peace or whatever, I think that should need to be let the fuck go. Where did she tell a lie? The question was asked if she had a relationship with her son, and she said no. Or it ain't that strong. How can you come back and combat that shit as the child? Yeah, that might hurt your feelings or whatever, but the truth, the spade is a spade. I'm all in favor of cutting motherfuckers off. I would hope my relationship with my children aren't like that. But even now, I have a 22-year-old that I'm not saying that we're not close. She just doesn't require a whole lot of my time as she did before. So I've had to learn as an adult to pull back and allow her to live her life. You understand what I'm saying? Even though she resides in my home. I think a whole lot of people are walking around with unnecessary trauma and talking about shit that really don't benefit nobody. Because I really don't give a fuck. I'm a huge Monique fan. I just don't give a fuck. I'm over all that shit.
I mean, but I think this goes back to what you were saying last week about some of the shit that I don't remember the interview like that. I remember some of the pieces of it, but this kind of goes back to what you said last week about motherfucker lying on your name. Because if everything she said was true, I don't think he comes out with this video. So again, I got some of the clips from him, and I'm gonna play their responses to it. So this is what Monique's son had to say about her son.
Odd. My mother and I both know that is a very false narrative, and I would like to free her of having to continue telling that lie. Faith without work is dead, and neither one of us cares to put forth any effort to reconcile with the other. We are separate, as she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother any more than I care to be her son. Neither one of us has had the desire to reach out to the other in a very long time, and I don't think that either of us anticipates that feeling ever returning. Speaking with my mother directly in my experience will either lead to some odd newfound moment of clarity in regards to how she was as my mother, or she retreats back to daddy to move forward with a conversation. And I'm tired of hearing my mother's truths. But to address...
That's a little bit of what her son had to say to her, and in rebuttal to Monique's. Well, this is Monique's and her husband's rebuttal to him.
There was Instagram that was put up, or I guess.
Hold on, my bad.
It was TikTok, baby.
TikTok that was put up by
my son, my oldest son, Shalon. And this is what I want to say to this. There are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
and love that brother. And the irony of it.
Right, and that shit just long. I ain't finna play all that. But Hollywood, how do you feel about that situation, bro? Talk to me.
I don't know. I kind of got mixed feelings about it. Cause I got a older child, and it's kind of at some point there was a disconnect between me and my daughter, because I had plans and I had expectations of where I wanted or where I seen her life going. And she ain't give a fuck about that. She had her own plans and her own desires and her own dreams that she wanted to accomplish. And like Freaky V said, you got to take a step back and you got to let them live their life. It's not giving up your parenting role, but I'm gonna let you go out there and explore and try to get, try to get out in the world what you want to get from the world. You know what I'm saying? So, but with Monique, I think it's something different. Like her son said, he has no desire. We both have no desire to speak to each other. We both have no desire to try to mend our relationship. When you start talking like that, it's like it's different. I'm not saying we can't reconcile and we can't, patch things up, but while your mindset is like that, like I gotta completely remove myself. Ain't just no taking no step back. I gotta completely remove myself because you'll go crazy trying to force and trying to make somebody give a fuck about you when they coming out their mouth like that. So
Right.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle that. And I think she's handling it the right way by letting shit play out. Like when you ready to have a relationship with me, I'm here with open arms. But until then, I'm gonna just completely remove myself because I got feelings too. I'm a human too. They think us as parents we don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like our kids will take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Like we not human and we don't have feelings. So I think you got to remove yourself in order to keep a sane mind. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you ready to talk or you ready to mend our relationship, I'm here. The door is always open for that. But until then, I gotta remove myself.
For me, it's a lot going on in this. It's a lot on social media with these two. I'm kind of with both of y'all. I mean, I have an older son as well. I think I'm starting to go through that stage of his independence, and he dresses a certain type way, and the way he thinks is his thought process. And I'm starting to get to the point where I have to just let him fall back. Because I'm like Hollywood, I have a certain idea of what I want his life to be or be like because of my past trauma. So I'm trying to guide him out the way of some of the shit that I experienced. But I have to let him fall and bump his head because sometimes life is the best lesson for you, right?
Right.
But in this Monique thing, right, I don't know, dog. It's just, I'm with Hollywood. Man, listen, I don't even know if it would have to be some traumatic shit to happen between me and my kids I hope for my kids to feel that type way, or we have that type animosity towards each other. You kind of get what I'm saying? So, because I had shared with Freaky V when we talked about this, I think it was Friday, me and her had spoke in length about the Monique thing. Aside from her son, I be thinking Monique gonna get out, bro. Like I had explained that to Freaky V. Like, if you watch Monique when she by herself, how her personality is, she's full of joy and she's very articulate and she's very animated when she's sitting down with somebody. But when she's sitting next to that guy, her husband, she looked like she just shuts the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? It's like the nigga hit the teacups, like ding, 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 ding. She just go into her treads and he take off. You know what I mean?
But
so
you don't think it's the things that they're talking about when she's sitting next to him that makes her change her modes? Like this is some serious shit that I need to calm down and be specific in what I say. I think that's what it is. I think it's more so the topic that they're talking about.
But I've seen her been like this on numerous interviews when she was going through shit with Tyler Perry and she was sitting there talking with him. I mean,
that was a serious talk. That was a serious topic.
I mean, maybe I'm not articulating myself in a way that's correct because I mean, I guess
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying that I think it's the topic or in the message that she's trying to convey. This ain't a laughing matter right now. I'm talking about my future, my livelihood.
I'm not even talking about just laughing. I'm talking about just her whole appearance, her demeanor seems to be very submissive when she gets around him.
But what's, I'm glad you said that word. What's the issue with that?
I don't have an issue with it.
Well, I understand that's what y'all want. Y'all want us to shut up and be quiet. And I think that's what that's what's doing, allowing him to go ahead.
Go ahead, Hollywood. What was you gonna say?
She said she want us to shut up and be quiet. That's not true. But go ahead.
So I think, and that was just a general statement. I think that when you allow when you and your mate or your significant other are on the same page, right? And he is the head of your home, you allow him to lead, and he's on top of that, your manager, you allow him to speak. And I'll speak where I see fit or whatever. When I'm doing what I need to do independently, then I'm a different person. When I'm allowing you to lead, then I do become very submissive and allow you to handle it. We had already spoken one-on-one, and we agreed as the head of my house and my man, you go ahead and you handle the interview. I'll interject if I see fit. You know, I'll have a problem with that aspect.
So Hollywood, when she said that submissive shit, and you said no, we don't. Elaborate on what you mean, brother.
No, I was just saying, like, basically she's saying that men want women to be submissive, and when you're around me, not have much to say or play the submissive role. And I don't think that's true. Like, women, like, come on now. We allow women to have their own voice and to speak and all that shit. That shit just seems like old times, type of behavior. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It do seem a little barbaric when you say it like that, but if you poll the audience, that's what a lot of niggas want. If you ask a nigga what does it mean for his woman or a woman to be submissive, I bet you he described a slave. But as I digress,
I don't think niggas want that. I don't think
men want slaves. I think that's just the connotation that women put with being submissive.
Being submissive, yes.
Let me finish.
That's true.
I think men.
That's the connotation that we. So
no. Because
how do you think to that connotation if we don't get it from the fellas? We just made that up.
No, because that's what a lot of women feel like. That's what men want. Like, they want a man to just tell them to go sit down and shut up and don't do it. Again, not all men can be grouped into one category, and I think that's the problem. Like, we can't group all women because all women don't function the same way. You have to deal with an individually. When we talk about submission, to be honest with you, I think men care more about being respected in their relationship than they ever care about being submissive. But that's the word that triggers women. The word is a buzzword.
It all depends on what your level or what your definition of respect. You understand?
Well,
respectful.
It's kind of hard to have a conversation about being submissive with you because you got a problem with bringing a nigga something to eat, like a plate. That's the issue, and that's minuscule. On that's small.
And to me, submissive,
it's not that cut and dry. Oh, when we throw that term out there, it sounds like that, but it's much deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with fixing something to eat if I'm in the kitchen, right? But if I come home from work and your ass already at home, or you bypass the kitchen to come sit on the couch next to me, and then you ask me to go back to that same place that you just passed to bring you a cup of water, fix me a drink.
Well, I agree with that.
Bring that shit when you pass. That's the shit that I have a problem with. That's all.
No, but see,
I agree with that.
I mean, but that comes from a past trauma or some shit that done happen or you done seen occur to you. So again,
and I don't like it, and I won't do it. That's what I said.
I mean,
but how many niggas you met that had that mentality though?
I won't give you an opportunity to have that mentality because I'll tell you up front, I ain't doing it.
I mean,
so,
but that's
if all you hear, if that means to you that I ain't submissive, then fuck it. I'll move the fuck on.
I mean, but see, again, that's an old man's mentality, bro. Like old 50s, 60s type shit.
It's not. You keep saying that. I hear some of these niggas that still have that old school mentality,
but then they not the niggas.
You're not hearing that type of behavior from young niggas. You're not.
You like for me, right? The word submissive, right? And I know that it's a trigger word for a lot of women, but submissive has nothing to do with the actions that you do for me. That has nothing to me. As an older guy, submission has nothing to you bring me a plate or you sit down or you go shut up. That submissive, that doesn't register in my mind. When men
submit too. I said men submit too.
Yeah, and I think
it's called compromise.
It's like it's like when you so when you hit it for a man, when you hit it for me, I ain't gonna talk about men. I'm gonna try to stop generalizing all men. But when I hear submission from a man, it's the same shit as me hearing happy wife, happy life. That means I'm submitting to all the shit that you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, submission means equal on both sides. That means we're gonna submit to each other. It's not a one-sided thing, but I understand because a lot of women use that submission word as a word of, oh, he just wants a slave. Now, if you get with a nigga that use that word in that term in that way, then you know how to move accordingly. I'm telling you as a man, as a full-blooded man, men care more about being respected in their relationship way more than you submitting to all the shit that I got going on. I'm telling you.
So, but again, it goes back to what your definition of respect means, and everybody has a different definition. If you say something and I rebuttal or I give my opinion, then you'll feel like, damn, she don't respect me.
No.
You know what I'm
No.
No. That's saying your definition. I'm saying you saying you're not grouping every nigga into the same category. I'm telling you what the fuck I hear. Young, old.
I'm not knocking that, but me and you can have a conversation, a dialogue, bro. It's not, you say this shit all the time. It's not what you say, and it's how you say it. So if me and you having a conversation and you don't agree with, dog, everybody not gonna always agree with everybody, even in relationships. It's nothing wrong with me and you having a dialogue with each other, to converse with each other. Just because we don't agree don't mean that you don't respect me. Respect comes to most men in how you treat a man. That's how we feel respected, not because we arguing over some shit.
You said that your opinion and your views are pretty much not reflected or the same as those in the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would include this as one of those conversations. Most men feel that when they speak, that's supposed to be final. And that they don't, you shouldn't have anything else to say after that. And if you do, then she don't respect me. Or if you say, babe, I think you should not wear this dress because in your mind you feel like it's too revealing, but I feel sexy in the motherfucker, and because I want to go wear it and I'm gonna wear it, you feel, man, she don't respect me. You understand? So it's still a gray area as to what you feel your level of respect means to you. It's respect ain't just straight Webster Dictionary version. It's what it means to you. That's where the conversation needs to be had. Same thing about being submissive. So whether you use tomato or tomato, it's still a synonym, or whatever, in the same family.
But the thing about it is, there's a choice. There's choices to be made.
Yes.
You don't have to deal with that. If I got certain shit that I'm gonna abide by, and you don't agree with it, we can part ways. You don't have to deal with it. Same with you. If you got certain shit that you don't like me to do, or certain things that you have an issue with, if I don't follow those things, that's a deal breaker for you. You know what I'm saying? That's not slavery. Those are compromises. We all got to make compromises in order to make this relationship what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you what the general gist of most men are. The most men that I talk to on a wide spectrum, it's about the respect that they get in their relationships. And when we talking about this dressing shit, bro, sometimes, because when a man expresses his woman to not put on a certain type of attire to go out, women automatically think that, hey, you trying to control my body or whatever. You have that famous word, you're insecure with being with me. sometimes as niggas, we know how niggas react to certain shit. You going out with your friends, you have on revealing clothes, you can shake your head, Freaky V, and
I'm listening. I'm gonna let you get it off.
Sometimes it's a precautionary effort that we taking that we know that this shit can turn left. You go out with that shit on, it's certain niggas out here that we know are slime balls that do wild shit to women.
So,
and then we can say like, hey man, just hey, for real, baby. Like
I had on the same exact dress when I met you. Now all of a sudden,
but again, so you ain't gonna never let me fit. Again, this is my thing. When men have boundaries, it's we trying to be controlling. That's the issue. This is what this whole gender war shit always about. If a man has issues and boundaries for whatever reason, his reasons are for having those, it's a man's insecure, or you try to make us feel like we insecure about some shit. But when y'all have y'all boundaries, shit that y'all not gonna fuck with broke niggas. Y'all say that shit all the time. I'm not fucking with a broke nigga. But if a man come in and say, I'm not fucking, you get with me, this is some of my boundaries, this is what I prefer my woman to be in, then it's insecurity. So what's the difference if we both got boundaries? We, like Hollywood say, you have to compromise with each other. We gonna have to do that. It ain't no one-way thing. It ain't no happy wife, happy life. It's happy spouse, happy house.
But we were okay. Let's stick with one thing at a time if we gonna discuss it. I mentioned attire. The same dress that I met you in, you were respectful in, or to some degree to say, damn, you fine, what's your number? Mm-hmm. And now we in a relationship or we married. So 2 years later, that same damn dress I want to put on, now it's a precautionary measure because you looking out for my benefit with the other niggas that the same dress that I met you in. Now and you don't want me to wear this same exact dress because of the attention that it would draw. Hell yeah, I got a motherfucking problem with that.
But see, the problem with it is you wasn't my woman.
Go ahead.
I mean, but you wasn't my woman when I seen you in that dress. That's the problem.
What that got to do with the every time I hear niggas say some shit like that, I'm determined I'm gonna be single. Bring on the motherfucker, bro. Bring on the motherfucker. Be single, bro. I got what you wear because now I belong to you.
That's nothing to do with belonging, Freaky V.
Okay.
You put your mind into something to where, again, this is about boundaries, bro. And Hollywood could attest to this. A lot of niggas that see a girl wearing some shit, be like, damn, boy, she look good in that. But when that woman becomes that nigga woman, some of that shit we gonna cut out. It's not just because we don't want you to be sexy.
Cut out. You don't cut out shit for me. Where is that ownership shit come into play?
It's just, it's just like when I get with you, if it's certain shit that you don't want me to wear, if it's certain shit that you don't want me to wear, certain shit you don't want me to do, we gonna have to sit and have a conversation about it. That's just plain and simple.
Bro, the only thing that you hear from women that we got a problem with is the gray sweatpants. But if I met you in the fucking gray sweatpants and I treated you with respect, I still got your number, we went out, we got along, we married, we got kids or whatever. Now, these same gray sweatpants I got a problem with you wearing because you belong to me, get the fuck out of here. Or whatever. You gonna fuck with a bitch who can't see a dick as opposed to you showcasing the damn dick. What difference do it make? That ownership shit I got a fucking problem with. A nigga don't own me. I do what the fuck I want. Tell me what kind of cat food I need to buy because I foresee my future with the cats. I'm more peaceful with the cats.
Again, all I'm saying is, bro, again, if that's how you want to live, you do that. That fits your lifestyle.
I'm just fine with being single. And my freedom. I don't need a nigga telling me what the fuck to wear and what to do, where I can hang out with at.
All I'm saying is, bro, your lifestyle fits you. What I'm saying is for people that want to be in relationships with another human being, everybody has their boundaries. You call it ownership, call it whatever you want. But when it comes down to having boundaries, it's certain shit that men prefer their women not to put on, just like it's certain shit that women prefer their men not to put on or not to do or not to go or all this other type shit. but it's all a conversation to have. And if soon as somebody says something about how they feel about something, women jump into that. Well, I'm gonna just be single. I'm on to the next one. Well, how that working out for you? How is that working out for you?
You haven't
nigga go over some dumb shit.
You mean how singleness is working out for me? As if that's but that's a negative connotation. As if I have a problem with being by myself. I don't give a fuck.
Because all the women that say, well, fuck it, just leave this nigga and go to the next one. How's that working out for you?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying enjoy you. Why does a nigga have to be part of your equation? That's what you're saying. And that's how a lot of niggas feel. Okay, well, how's working single? How's being single working for you? Or how does it feel being by yourself? As if I can't enjoy how I'm living or whatever. Like I have to have, if I don't have a nigga in my presence, then I feel like I'm a fucking failure. That's
nobody said that you a failure. We just talking about we talking about people that want to be in a relationship, bro. If you want to be single, be single. All I'm telling you is women always
with bullshit. No.
Nobody not telling you to be in a relationship. What I'm telling you is for the women that's always saying you got a good nigga at home, you will talk about, well, I just go find another one. Because we've all heard women say that shit. So if you feel like that, then just go find you one then and see where that gets you.
Being a good nigga.
I talk about this shit all the time. The grass always look green on the other side of the field until you get your ass over on the other side of the field. So if you're not willing to compromise with somebody, and I'm not saying that you should devalue yourself and all that, bro, I never said that not one time. What I'm telling you is when you get with somebody, everybody has their boundaries, bro. Everybody got shit that they are deal with.
Your boundaries includes is borderline control. You saying your boundaries and what you like, all of a sudden now I need to change who I am and what I do because I now belong to you. I now have a title.
Because you ain't on this, though, we can have a conversation about this forever, bro. You got your views, I got mine. I don't know how Hollywood feel about it. I'm finna ask him in a minute. Again, to be very clear on what I'm saying. If you want to be in a monogamous relationship with somebody, everybody has boundaries. Everybody have shit that they gonna deal with and they not gonna deal with. It's a conversation to be had. And I'm gonna leave it there. Hollywood, what you say, bro?
Yeah, it's clear Freaky V ain't meant to be in a relationship. And she say that all the time. I mean, it's certain compromises that she's just not willing to make. And if you get with a nigga and he has certain lines that's drawn in the sand, you cross those lines, y'all can't be together. It's plain and simple as that.
All I'm saying, were these lines not brought to the forefront? Did you not see these same lines? All of a sudden, what I'm hearing is those lines were fine until I became your woman.
See, my situation is different. My wife's dress code has gotten more egregious as the years have gone by. So my shit is the opposite. Her shit has gotten worse since she done been with me. So I ain't got no issue with no dress code or nothing like that. Long as you ain't, you know, they got the see-through shirts and
that's what I'm
nipples and shit. Long as you don't take it to that extreme, I'm good. Like I don't mind you showing no makeup, your ass and all that shit. I don't give a fuck about that.
What's the difference in how I met you? I was good enough for you to say something to then.
No, I agree with that.
Now that I have a title of your woman, now you want me to change that. Now I can get this shirt.
I don't agree with Infamous when it come to that. I agree with that. Like if I met you that way, unless you were scripting on the pole and I'm trying to pull you away from that, even with that situation.
That's how
you met her there. If you met her there, you can't pull her away from that. So I agree with that.
I have a title now, bro.
Yeah.
It's totally asinine to me.
All I'm saying,
but that's a line that he's drawn in the sand. If
bro,
you okay, I fuck with you, we dating, but if we gonna take this shit any further, you gotta stop whatever that is that you don't like.
Hold on, let me get some pushback. First of all, when I first meet you and we talking, it ain't no boundaries. What the fuck are we talking about? It ain't no boundaries when we talk because we getting to know each other. So as we get to know each other and we move, and when I'm talking about being provocative and shit like that, I'm talking about the girls who walk outside that have on the see-through dress with their panties showing and they bra. Some of them don't have on a bra. You see their titties. That's the shit that I'm talking about. I have no problem with a woman dressing sexy. I have no problem with that. But when, again, for me, I'm not even gonna date a woman that dresses like that out in public. No way. That ain't my cup of tea. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you talking about how all these boundaries, the boundaries become when we get in a relationship. When I first meet you, of course it ain't no rules in the beginning. I'm just trying to hit. That's what every nigga trying to do in the beginning. No nigga see a girl and be like, oh, that's my future wife right there. That shit only happen in Tyler Perry movies. In real life, when we see y'all, we trying to knock y'all off. And then once we knock y'all off and we figure out that you are more than just what you got going on, sexually, we understand that you're responsible, you do certain shit, you make me feel a certain type of way. Now we can sit and have a conversation and you can ask me certain shit. And I can say, well, I'm really not fond of that. Or if I got on the gray sweatpants, you see me, you be like, babe, listen, I ain't really comfortable with you being out in public like that. Okay, cool. That's an adjustment that I'm willing to make. I have no problem with that. That's an easy conversation to have. You can say ownership. I just say, listen, like Hollywood say, it's the compromise in the relationship. I'm willing to compromise for that.
But the thing, what I asked, the same grace that I asked for, I believe in reciprocity. I don't want you telling me what the fuck to wear, and I trust you enough that if you gonna wear the gray sweatpants with no fucking drawers, do you, bro? In my mind,
people that's you though.
Pull the same bitch. You can pull the same bitch that you showing the dick to that you ain't showing the dick to. So why the fuck would I want to restrict you and have you not who the fuck you are? That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. Can we agree every female don't view the world the way you do? Just yeah, no question.
Correct.
So what I'm speaking on, I've been in relationships where girls are not comfortable with certain shit that I got on. It is what it is. And as you man,
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's right part either. That bitch got problems too. I'm saying you shouldn't be restricting. You shouldn't be restricting anybody from being who the fuck they are. If you don't like it, you step.
And that's what Hollywood was saying. That's all we said.
Bro, I'm saying you said no. What you said was that when you originally met me, was fine because you're trying to fuck. But then when I become your girl, then now we got to have a conversation about the shit that you don't like. But you
but the main point still stands. If you don't like
boundaries,
then you can leave.
You haul ass.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Not quote, when you become my girl, some things are off limits.
Yes.
But I met you that motherfucking way. So how are you trying to change that?
Yes. When I say off limits,
well, Freaky B, it is certain shit that's gonna change when we become official because the expectations have changed.
Okay, like what? So we were specifically talking about
like simple shit.
Let's address
all the niggas you were talking to when we first got together. That shit got to get cut off. Now
that's not my thing.
Is that something that you feel like you have to say, and why? Where does that come up in the conversation
about all the niggas that you've been talking to?
You have to say all the niggas you fucked with in the past. That's it.
It's gonna come up in the conversation because she gonna ask me about the bitches I'm fucking with. That's gonna come up.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So I don't think that that's something that has to be said. If you're making it known that you're creating this ownership stance, we belong together. You belong to me. I belong to you, or whatever. We're taking our
a lot of niggas might take a little longer to come to that conclusion that we're moving toward being monogamous. So
okay.
A lot of females bring that shit up. Okay, you ready to stop fucking with all these females so we can make this official? That's when the conversation come upon.
So if I don't change my number, if I don't change my number, 2-3 years in, my phone ring or I get a text and you see it or you hear it or whatever. Did I disrespect you?
No, you didn't disrespect me. I don't expect you to change your number. It depends on I pass. If you never shown any cheating habits or any cheating ways, then you're granted that you know what I'm saying? I don't have no issue with no nigga calling your phone. Maybe a nigga was reminiscing and seeing your number and decided to text you. I don't have no issue with that.
Listen, I think it'd be
me. That conversation ain't even much a conversation now because I'm not gonna actually do that. See, everybody has their own shit. I don't give a fuck about you talking to the nigga because listen, again, like you said, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. All I'm telling you is for me, the clothes shit, it's not just because I don't want you to feel attracted to you or be attractive to other people. Most people want you to be attracted to the opposite sex. I want my partner to be like that. I want you to exude in your female.
So, but you don't mind your main squeeze having this regular talking relationship with another nigga.
No, because I have regular talking conversations with my homegirls. So for me, that's not a deal breaker for me. As long as this nigga was your homeboy before us.
It's easy for you to say that because you know you ain't got no intentions of fucking your homegirl. But you don't know what that nigga intentions are.
Fucking that homeboy.
Yeah, but you don't know what that nigga intentions is.
I mean, just because you want to sleep with her don't mean she gotta want to sleep with you, bro.
So, but
I don't trust these niggas.
Said that as long as this was my homeboy, so we got involved. So
yeah, no new homeboys. No new homeboys. I'm
not able to foster new relationships.
Foster new relationships meaning like, okay, let's say in your business what you do. I understand that. You have to have relationships with people. I'm talking about like how me and you talk on the phone every day. You not finna give no new nigga and do that, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? We not finna do that.
But when you came along, I was talking to somebody then. You understand? So we ain't never fucked not one time.
That's why, again, you have a problem with people setting their rules and their boundaries, right? Me and Hollywood ain't on here arguing when you say, well, don't fuck with a broke nigga. That's your thing. Okay, cool. That's your preference. But don't come on here and try to nitpick because I said that if I meet a girl and she got friends that she's been friends with forever, I'm not going to step on your friendships. Do that. Because I wouldn't want my girl come in telling me the same shit when I talked to Freaky V for 2 hours on the phone. It's different when Larry from the job, you just when it started a new VP jobs or you just started a new job somewhere and this nigga you ain't never met before, you talk to this nigga 3 hours on the phone. No nigga going for that, bro.
So you do know that work relationships, y'all.
Freaky V, I'm not talking about a work relationship. Of course I'm talking about how me and you be talking on the phone.
That had to start somewhere, bro. Did it not?
Yeah, man, ain't no nigga doing no shit like that, bro. If you are me,
are we not doing it? So you the only nigga on the planet that can have a platonic relationship?
Word gymnastics to make your shit. I never said I was the only nigga in the world. What I said specifically was, if I meet you and you got homeboy, Hollywood said your homeboys all got to cut out. I said I don't have a problem with you talking to your homeboys because they was there before I got there. So I'm not telling you to make no adjustments to that. I'm saying that no nigga gonna allow his girl to meet a new nigga and they can sit and be on the phone 2 or 3 hours. That's just, come on, bro. That's a respect.
Yeah, that's about respect. It's about respect.
Bro, I ain't
even the homeboys that was before me. Like y'all can still communicate, but that 3 hour shit and 2 hour shit y'all was talking about, come on. It's a respect thing, man.
And most women gonna feel the same way.
For what? You was getting all this relationship advice from this nigga. Now you're in a relationship. Your relationship is comfortable. We thriving. You ain't gotta have them conversations no more. Cut that shit off. Cut that shit off right now.
That's just me though, dog. Hey, y'all, women call me whatever you want, bro. I'm just telling you, for me, I don't have no problem with the friends.
I can't imagine myself on the phone with my homegirl, just kikiing it up in front of my wife. Like, it just don't seem right to me.
I'm not saying in front of your wife, but you do have moments when you're not with your wife, and not that the conversations are inappropriate, but
that nigga listen to me. If I can't sit and talk, I can talk with you in front of whoever
Right.
I'm talking to.
Yeah. That do make it worse. That do make it worse.
I'm not receiving any type of sneaking around. I'm saying when you're not with your wife, you can still have those conversations. Hollywood said, "Don't talk to no motherfuckers." Period. We good.
No, I ain't on that. But see, that's one of his things. For me, it's done been times that you done called me and I'm entertaining somebody. And the first person well, who you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to Freaky V. Well, there you know what my situation is with you.
Yeah,
so
my
it is what it is.
different. Ain't no homeboys before me. We 20 plus years in. Ain't no homeboys before me.
I mean, but bro, that's different with you.
Right.
With
my whole perspective is off, I guess.
Like the way my world is set up right now, bro, it's like I have a plan on what I want this podcast to be. That entitles me sometimes to talking to Freaky V. Sometimes she comes, she get off work, which is 8 o'clock at night. And I pick up the phone, and depending on the conversation might last 11 o'clock.
If you land next to some
girls ain't gonna be with Freaky V calling me at 8 o'clock at night.
Not if you land next to something. It's not gonna happen.
Hold on, but again, Hollywood, it goes back to what you said earlier. If your credit score is 800 with your girl, she shouldn't have a problem with it. If she don't have
that scenario that you just painted out, she ain't gonna have a problem with that. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck how lenient she is of a girlfriend. She's not gonna allow no shit like that. From 8 to 11,
that's exactly
in the bed with shit. Not for y'all. Not for y'all.
If I call you Hollywood, 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, he sleep.
I know, but I'm just saying. If I call you at 9 o'clock, you laying in bed with your girl, y'all watching TV or whatever, not really doing nothing. You ain't out to dinner or nothing. You just chilling. And we start talking. I said, well, Hollywood, let me run some shit by you about the podcast or whatever. These are my ideas about this, that, and the third or whatever. And just in that line of communication, we're bouncing some ideas off of each other. Or, I tried to do this, that, and the third, and I make a joke about it or whatever. You laughing and you kick in. I think your girl would be okay with that. The moment that you slow that shit down and it's then it's like, well, what the fuck y'all talking about? As long as you can say, bitch, you crazy as fuck. Why the fuck you think that way or whatever? I think the conversation is okay. But if
she's not gonna have an issue with that.
And it seemed like it become a little intimate.
It's a reason why she cool with Hollywood talking to you at that time of night, though. She know it ain't nothing. It's different. It's different when it's okay. For instance, Freaky V. Let's say you talking to a dude. I call you at 8 o'clock at night. We talk for an hour and 30 minutes about the podcast, right? You step out the room. You come back in the room. He say, baby, listen, I understand Infamous is your friend, but I feel a certain type way about those late night conversations. I think it's better to have those conversations during the day. If that's somebody that you want to be with, dog, I don't see nothing wrong with that. If my girl come to me and say, hey, Infamous, Freaky V calling you at 10 o'clock at night, I know it ain't nothing, but just for my sanity. That's an adjustment that I'll make. Don't call me this time of night.
Insecure. Just call a spade a spade.
Insecure sanity.
Really got no word or whatever.
No, because listen, most people react to the new relationship out of the trauma that came out in the last relationship. If that girl dealt with a nigga and you know that she dealt with a nigga that done her wrong and her insecurities show up, you have to be the nigga. That's part of being the man in a relationship. You have to adjust. And there's nothing wrong with me calling and say, hey, Freaky V, listen, we got some shit to talk about. Just call me when I'm at work or whatever. Or
it's a sign of respect.
That's all it is.
This is my time with my significant other. Like, I'll call you later or whatever. It's about respect, man. I'm not going to spend my time with my wife because we barely get a shitload of time because we have so many priorities. So if somebody call me, listen, I'm going to call you later. Or I'll call you when I'm free because I'm spending time with my wife.
And as your friend, dog, if you sit, because I know how you view relationships. So if you tell me that about a nigga, of course I'm gonna fall back because I know how your stance is with niggas. So that means this nigga holds some type.
Yeah, she's serious about this nigga
in this relationship. So as your friend, you're supposed to fall back. That's just out of respect for not just him, but me wanting to see you be happy in a relationship.
Right.
So I know you on like, fuck that, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and if you don't like it, nigga, I'm out. I get it. But for me,
much.
that wants to be in a relationship with somebody, dog, you got that respect. Hey, speaking of that, right?
I hold up. I just
Boy,
believe
hey, boy, we just left that Monique shit, boy. I forgot where we left off at.
I know. I just feel, I'm gonna say this and leave it alone. I just feel like nipping shit in the bud when it happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm laying next to somebody or whatever, I've answered the phone. Infamous can tell you, I've answered the phone pretty much every time that he called. I wouldn't give a fuck what I'm doing. I feel, especially at a certain time, I know it got to be something that nigga want to discuss. You understand? So I'm going to answer the phone. And he'll tell you, he freaking me, what you doing? Oh, I'm sitting here with so-and-so.
Click, I'll call you back.
Whatever. And he'll be like, nah. I'm like, no, go ahead. Or whatever. You understand? Go ahead. Tell me like what's
that's a different type of relationship though, freaking me.
It is. But it's like, if somebody asks me, well, damn, what the fuck? And they have, what the fuck is this all about? Or whatever. This my dog. Or whatever. You understand? I really shouldn't have to go into detail, but if you want me to, I can. And if I go into that detail and you
ain't fuck with them niggas no more. You ain't fuck with them no more.
If you hear how important his friendship means to me, don't come back after I go into this detail talking about, oh, I feel uncomfortable and shit. Then guess who out, nigga? Because I bet you it ain't Infamous. So I guess you can exit.
And that's why I say it's a different type of relationship, because them niggas can't question you about nothing. We ain't got no ties together. Like, why is you questioning me about shit? Like,
I would just make that point. Like, in the beginning, like you said, if you first talking to a nigga, y'all 2 weeks, because, you know, we know for if you don't take too long to smash, she like a nigga. She gonna smash it. So
I need to make sure the dick is working.
Okay, then. So at that point, y'all don't have no equity with each other. But as equity starts to compound, you got to take his feelings into consideration. And as a friend, you don't even got to tell me no shit. There's certain shit that's unwritten. It's
but
like,
you know, a nigga, again, I believe in nipping shit in the bud when it's initially addressed, because he will try to see how much he could get away with or what he can say. I have to say up front. If he's saying up front in week 2, 3, 4, oh, I got a problem with you talking to this nigga, pump your brakes. This is my for real friend. So this ain't no nigga that I'm smashing and I'm telling you that's my brother. No, you got to back up a little bit or whatever. That's all I'm saying. And if he need an additional explanation as to who you are, I don't mind explaining. But don't circle that block a couple of times, because I'm explaining right the first motherfucking time. If you don't believe,
niggas be questioning you in the lifestyle about shit like that, about other niggas.
What?
Let's not go down that street, bro.
Oh, nigga, y'all need to revoke that nigga membership card. Lord have mercy.
It's a whole lot of niggas in here that pretend they lifestyle or use that lifestyle label or title, but they still are possessive. They still want. And it's not about what you want in say like like your main squeeze, like you just said, or whatever. Right. There's nothing wrong with you wanting that type of relationship, but it's how they go about it. And it falls right along the vanilla lines with niggas who ain't in the lifestyle.
Let me ask you a question. Because okay, how long because I feel like, and it's just me, and I'm just speaking for Infamous, I can't speak for nobody else. And this question is directed at Freaky V. Let's say me and you was fucking around hypothetically, right? And Hollywood called, right? We only been talking for 2 weeks. I don't feel as a man I have enough time to even say what, because I don't know if I like you or not. I just like what you do to me in the bedroom. I don't know if I want you to be my woman. So at that point, I'm not gonna have a problem with Hollywood calling and y'all talking. But as this
a lot of niggas will. A lot of niggs will though.
Well,
okay. Okay.
Let's
y'all scenario. Let's say I do have a problem with it, right? But at that point, I don't feel like I have enough equity to even say shit to you about it. Because I don't know where this relationship gonna go. But as we building and building and building, the more comfortable I get with you, the more my views of you have changed from just being a girl I want to smash to the girl I want to make a relationship with. What's wrong with me coming to you then and be like, hey, listen, I understand you and Hollywood got a relationship going on, but Hollywood calling at 10 o'clock at night, I feel like that's a little, that brings out some of my insecurities because of whatever my situation is. How do you handle that situation?
So we have to talk about it and make him comfortable that we good.
Who, you and me or you and Hollywood?
Me and Hollywood.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I got that. All right, I thought you were going to give a whole totally different answer. That's why I said it.
No, I'm saying, okay, Hollywood is my friend. Me and you in a relationship?
Yes.
Oh no, I have to talk to you. I'm gonna address that shit with you first before I'm gonna address it with Hollywood. First of all, Hollywood already know I'm fucking with you, right? Yeah. Okay, so but I'm the moment you address that to me, and I know it's a problem, it's up to me.
Nah, you gotta address your homeboy first.
It's up to me to make you comfortable with me. I hear your insecurity, but you have to give me a certain level of grace and trust to prove to you that I'm not what you just left. You understand? But if you want to bring all of that baggage over to this relationship, that's not going to work if you don't give me an opportunity to make it right. And by me appeasing everything that you say, that's not equality either. You understand? I hear you. And as your woman, let's sit down and talk about this so I can understand where your trauma comes in. It just can't be, I don't want you to talk to no nigga. That's so fucking fast. No. What the fuck happened? Did your girl sneak off with that nigga? Is she with that nigga now? You understand?
I'm going to tell you what normally happens. What normally happens is once you leave a relationship and you're not fully healed from that relationship and you move into a new one, any little inkling that you see that resembles what happened to you prior, your insecurity is gonna come out. Correct. So Hollywood finna say you gotta talk to your homeboy first. Go ahead.
You gotta address that shit with your friend first.
Okay.
Listen, if you wanna keep our friendship to a certain level, you gotta respect my friendship. I mean my relationship. So if you know 10 o'clock at night, unless it's a fucking emergency, you know I'm laying here with your dude. Don't ring my phone. We can talk about that shit in the morning. Mm-hmm. It's all about respect. Why the fuck is you ringing my phone at 10, 11 o'clock at night to talk about just some casual shit? If it's an emergency, by all means, call me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was the time that we talk every Friday. Every Friday we talk at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but if we really friends, you know that I'm in a relationship and I'm laid next to her at 10 o'clock now on Friday.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you just gotta adjust it.
But you don't.
As my friend, I shouldn't even have to tell you this.
That what I'm.
You should already. That shit should already pop in your mind. Like, nah,
you're right, but I don't want you to feel. I don't feel like people should change who they are and the habit. Let me deal with my significant other and tell him, unless he hears something different. I've been with somebody and had some conversations with Infamous. Infamous ain't know where I was. I've had some conversation with the girls that I was like, hey, I was supposed to have this meeting with the girls or whatever, this group chat, and I need to make this call. This was impromptu. I wasn't supposed to be here or whatever, but I'm here. Give me a few minutes and let me talk about this or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
No, but see,
that conversation can't take place. You understand what I'm saying?
I get your point, but I agree with Hollywood more because I just feel like as your friend, certain shit I don't have to communicate. You like, bro, when you go on your little individual solo plays, what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
If I call you or if I don't know you on a solo play, because if we're gonna be honest, I'm gonna bring some real shit to the pod. This really happened between me and Freaky V.
You always do. Go ahead.
This was like the first 8 months of me and Freaky V knowing each other. She was dealing with a dude. I called Freaky V in the morning. Now at this point, me and Freaky V talk every morning. I think she was in West Palm Beach, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe this regurgitates her mind. I call her. I'm like, yo, what's going on? She like, I'm about to suck some dick. I say, wait, what?
That's so funny.
I say, wait, am I lying?
No.
Am I lying?
No.
I said, wait, what? I said, you do realize I'm a nigga, right? Bro, don't ever disrespect me like that again. And I banged it on her. Bang. She called me back immediately. Bro, go say the fuck you got to say. I say, bro, listen, I'm your homeboy. Certain shit, you just gotta I'm just gonna let it ride. I said, Freaky V, I'll talk to you when you're done. Just call me on your way home. She didn't have to, she could have did whatever she wanted to do. All I'm saying is at some point, as a man, I knew if that was, and I told her that day, I said, Freaky V.
She ain't give a fuck about that nigga. That's all
if that was me, I wouldn't answer the phone. Am I lying? I said, if that was me,
right.
You my homegirl, if I'm gonna put some vajayjay in my mouth, and you call, I'm not answering unless you call me right back. You got to call me like
yeah,
2
but listen,
times that I know that there's an emergency.
You held a higher spot in her life than that nigga did. So of course she gonna answer your phone call.
He knows that.
But okay, again, if this wasn't a routine thing, Hollywood, hold on. If this wasn't a routine thing, then I get it. But me and Freaky V talk every morning. This wasn't me just calling her out the blue over some wild shit. This was every routine. So if she didn't answer the phone, I wouldn't have thought nothing about it.
Okay.
Like I just said. Right. My point still stands, man.
Context. Okay.
Go ahead.
When we was taping the podcast at Infamous House, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I told Infamous, hey, I'm headed to West Palm Beach when I leave the podcast, mm-hmm. and I'll check with you later. I'll check in with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Normally, when I leave Infamous House, which would be about 10, 11, when I would get home, even though I know the nigga was gonna be asleep, I'd text the nigga and say, hey, I made it home, right? Okay. By the time when I went to West Palm Beach, I didn't do that. I didn't check in. I didn't text. I ain't call, nothing like that, right? So when the nigga called me the next morning, it's immediately when I saw his name, I was like, oh shit, I forgot. You understand? So of course I answered the phone or whatever because I knew that he wanted to know I was good. You understand? I didn't do the same pattern that I had been doing. So when I answered the phone, he said, "What you doing? Shit, I'm still here. I'm finna suck some dick." I thought, as my friend, whether he was a nigga or not, I didn't look at him as just the average nigga. This was my friend. I'm straight. I'm good. This is what I'm finna get into. I mean, he fell into the same line as some of my closest homegirls. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, hey, nigga, this what I'm finna do, and I'm good. I meant to call you, but shit, I didn't.
Don't ever talk like that again, motherfucker.
Hey, I ain't think nothing about it.
That's what I said verbatim, Hollywood.
And I still don't.
Don't you ever try me like that again.
He don't extend the same grace that I extend to him. That's the fucked up part.
I mean, call you when I
call me. If I call that nigga and I say, okay, well, what you do? Oh, I'm finna go out tonight. I'm finna do this, that, and the third, or I got some cutty, this, that, and the third.
Hollywood, because the nigga don't answer the phone.
I let the nigga get his bars off. Well, how he helicoptered in the damn pussy, he choked that bitch, all that shit. I let that nigga get it off. The moment I say, oh, I sucked this nigga dick, all right, then freaking D, we got to go.
Hold on, time out. The only difference in this is, Hollywood, this is after I done already did what I done did. She calls me prior, like seconds before she about to insert.
But she's so confident that she know what she about to do to this nigga.
I don't know, Hollywood.
You should be all ears. You should be all ears.
Hollywood, I be so jubilated. I be so engulfed with enjoyment after I put up LeBron numbers, dog. Like this time she talking about, dog, I put up 35, 10, and 10, baby. I'm talking about like I should have had a press conference. But hold on.
Oh my God.
I called Hollywood one time too when I was leaving West Palm Beach now. I think I put up 42, 15, and 12 that motherfucking weekend, Hollywood. Hey, listen, I just had to tell somebody. Listen, it is what it is. But moving on, right? All bullshit aside. Y'all my best friend. Well, I got one more best friend, but Hollywood is like my brother, dog. Like, he's the only dude that if he said, hey, bro, I need 15,000, I ain't need much no argument. All right, bro, here you go. Freaking be the same way. I mean, if I have it like that, they
I got to ask a couple questions. 15,000?
Yeah.
Nigga, I love you to death, but what you done got yourself into?
That's
a lot of got to do.
I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm in a bind.
Okay.
He owed the mafia or somebody. God damn, boy.
The mafia tried to kill me. Now you want to give me 15 to save my life?
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask you first.
Right. I just can't say okay. Just not 1,500. You talking about?
Well, let me rephrase that. Yeah. If I need 1,500, if y'all needed 1,500, I had.
Yeah, that's
if
different.
I had,
that's different.
Boy, it's hard out
here. I'm
gonna
ask you about
15,000.
15,000.
I think I'm a pioneer in this new economy that we got going on. Now, all y'all girls that get mad about people staying together, y'all have to recheck that here in a little while, boy. Cause boy, this new economy, you might have to deal with that, boy.
They rechecking that shit now in Miami, boy. This shit's so expensive down here.
Listen,
I'm considering a roommate. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but in my mind, he gonna be a roommate.
Hold on, let's have a conversation, real conversation.
Yeah.
Hollywood, hypothetically, bro. We don't wish this on. But do you have a problem if you meet a young lady, or freaking V, you meet a young man, and because of the economy and how things are affected financially, if they stand with a motherfucker to make sure that they survive it? Is that a red flag like it used to be by the 15, 20?
No, it wouldn't be a red flag shit 15, 20 years ago. It's smart.
Yeah.
That shit's smart. It's just smart.
It probably was. It probably was a red flag. Before I met you.
Why you bring personal shit to the podcast, man?
She just returning the favor.
Listen, right? I was trying to transition that and say it as smooth as possible.
Hey, I think I'm a pioneer. I think me and my kids' moms are pioneers of that, boy. We was ahead of the curves.
You definitely changed my.
Man, niggas been doing that for centuries.
No. Listen, people break up with you because of that, but now I don't think people can look at people crazy. Like, bro, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms is like $2,700, almost $3,000.
Nigga, what a phrase come from? It's cheaper to keep it. Where that come from?
Johnny Taylor.
Yeah, nigga, it's kind of cheaper to keep this shit going how it's going. What the fuck are we doing?
All I'm saying is,
I think if you can make some goddamn rules,
I mean,
that that household, it could work. That's real shit.
Being in my situation, bro, I missed out on a lot of women because of that situation. So what I'm saying is, can you have to look past that with mortgages skyrocketing, interest rates skyrocketing, everything is going. Dog, I went to Walmart the other day, bro. I got 12 items and it was $175. 12 items. So my thing is, and we talk about we want equality then. God damn, let's get some equality in this. You can't look at certain people crazy now. That's the point that I'm making. If I get with a girl and she says she's still with her kid's father or her baby daddy or her nigga because times are hard, you can't just kick them to the curb now because it's a reality for some people. It's hard out here these days.
But you know that shit. But that shit is just going to replay in your mind. Like how many people before I met you, that was bullshit. If a nigga said that shit to me, I'd be like, this motherfucker jumping out the gate line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, you stand with that bitch and you ain't fucking her. Nah, man, we ain't got no tie. She stay in her room, I stay in mine. I'd be like, nigga, fuck you. You was gonna get the pussy anyway, just be honest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was bullshit. Until I met you and you proved me wrong. You know, but like the thing, it does limit you though. Are you willing to do that? That's the thing. You know, you can't go to her house and chill. I mean, unless that shit is really cool where you stay at. Yeah. You know, for the most part, you can't have no over there. You always got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
what you run into is that that shit Freaky V just said about not being able to just come to the crib and chill. Or secondly, like if you really, and I'm not trying to be funny, but if you engage in sexual activity with them and it's to that level, they be like, it's no way that either if she doing what she doing with whoever she doing it with, and it's on another level, they be like, it's no way that nigga over there let that happen and he not tinkling over into the other room. Some people mind just can't wrap around that shit, bro. They like, it's no. Look. Hollywood, what you say? look.
I mean, niggas gonna fuck with you regardless. Now, when it comes to women, they not gonna believe that story. They really not. I mean, and then there's other motherfuckers who not in that situation. So why do I have to deal with you in the situation that you got going on when I can go out here and find somebody else who ain't got that going on? So I mean, it's gonna stop a lot of your progress by staying in that situation. But I understand why motherfuckers do.
Yeah, you do. You know, and to what extent are you willing to continue with that, and for how long?
Shit,
you know, like people say all the time, I'd rather have a little bit peace and sort of struggle, stay in something where I'm constantly on guard as to what I can and what I can't do or whatever. You know,
and then motherfuckers will be demanding a lot out of you. Say for instance, I'm in a situation where I'm still with my wife, but we're separated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will be demanding for you to break all that shit up. But what's on the other side of that?
Yeah.
Like I'm compromising a lot. Like my kids here, we got a nice situation. We not together, but the situation is working out for our finances or whatever. You want me to break this up to go to what? To go to what? And do what? Go where and do what?
Hey, we gonna go move into this apartment and I'm gonna add an extra $800 on to what I pay for my mortgage to your rent.
Nah, I'm straight.
And you just gonna bring me peace. Hey,
that shit just gotta make sense, man.
Pussy?
No, peace. I ain't say nothing about pussy. I said peace.
You dick every day?
No, I said peace. I said peace, Freaky V. Say nothing about no pussy. Wrong peace.
I'm saying, but the girls who want to fuck with you and want you to come out of that situation so you can be with them, and you paying more money by getting an apartment or whatever, just so you can have in-house pussy. Cause that's what it would.
Nah, I'm screwed. I'm all right.
No, I'm gonna stay here. You get the same dick.
Yes.
You know.
Hey, do you think $50,000 a year enough to be dating? Is that an adequate enough?
It depends on where you stand at, but in general, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Dating.
Yeah, dating. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play this clip. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the clip.
Well, if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just saying for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs.
Okay.
You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She's gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel that's gonna date you when you have no money. And she doesn't have that expectation. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run. Because she doesn't stretch you. She doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be the stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up.
I'm
You
just
talk about
saying. So if you're making $50,000,
All right, there we go. I got a lot of shit to say about this. I really do.
take
Let
off.
y'all go first. Oh, y'all want me to take off first? Okay,
Good.
first of all, that about being a bottom of the barrel bitch, right? For me, don't down. Like, I'm trying to pick the right words. A lot of that shit she said is based off finance. Well, all that shit she said is based off finances, bro. And I just think that that's what everybody's relationship is pretty much predicated on these days and times. It's the money aspect, bro. Now, the 20 walks in the park, what I've learned is the girls that really like me, I've never had to spend. We went to Ruth Chris because that's somewhere that I wanted to go. Or we went to Smith and Lewinsky because I wanted to try. It's not because I'm trying to impress you. Most girls that like you, bro, just want to vibe with you. And you create the vibe. I just think at the end of the day, bro, in the world that we live in, relationships are no longer based on two people coming to a common ground of we like each other and let's build some shit together. A lot of women want you already made. Just add water. They like instant rice or instant oatmeal. Just add water, put in a microwave for 2 minutes, and bing, there you go. And I think that's why a lot of relationships are not progressing, bro, because as soon as you not financially where she wants you to be, dog, she out. And I'm not saying you got to be fucking nigga that don't do nothing. What she said in this statement was the man made $50,000. Just because I'm not at my apex when I meet you don't mean that I can't get there. Maybe you can push me to get to that point. It was an interview that Theze Banks did with Club Shay Shay. And he said that he was working with his girl and he was giving her money, but the money wasn't coming in fast enough. So she broke up with him. She kicked him out the house. And Theze Banks at this point is a millionaire now. She wasn't able to just sit there, and he said he loved it. He said, man, that shit hurt him that she kicked him out the house. She didn't support his dreams. So again, all I'm saying, ladies, is it's different if the nigga is sitting home and ain't trying to do nothing at all. Then you have every right to kick that nigga out and do what you're supposed to do. But when a nigga's trying and he trying to get there, sometimes you got to see the potential in the nigga. Because you may be the person that helped him get to the point that he want to get to. $50,000, I get it, bro. It's not $50,000 that we was making in 1995. $50,000 probably feed 2 or 3 families back in 95. I know that that's not a lot of income. But sometimes you got to see the potential. I always felt like Michelle Obama seen the potential in Barack because he wasn't always the cutest nigga in the world that y'all made him out to be. Go back and look at some of them other pictures. But she seen something in him. And I just think now relationships are solely based just on financial. What you can do to help me get to a different level. And I think as long as we have that mindset, we're going to always be find the next nigga. Hollywood, what you say?
Other than that's that bottom of the barrel shit she said, I agree with everything else that lady said, man. I've been saying this shit for years, like, and I think it's more prevalent nowadays when you look at inflation and cost of living and all that shit. Niggas really need to not date and sit down and focus on yourself, bro, when it comes to your finances. $50,000 in my city ain't nothing. It's really not anything. When you talk about transportation, a roof over your head, food, after that, what's left? So I really think niggas who's making $50,000 need to put their head down and not worry about dating. Now, in the process of you putting your head down and you striving to get to where you're trying to be, you're trying to go, you meet somebody who's down for you and who's willing to work for you and add to what you got going on. then by all means, accept that for what it is. That's a blessing. But 9 times out of 10, you're not finna meet that chick. You gonna meet the one who wanna go on dates and all this shit. She wanna go on trips and hookah lounge every weekend. You know what I'm saying? That's the majority of the chicks that's in my city. It's not the other way around. So that's why I say niggas shouldn't be dating, because while you scribing and trying to better yourself, you're gonna have a chick who's not worried about that. She's worried about going out and taking pictures of the plates so she can put it on Instagram and shit like that. And that ain't gonna do nothing but stagnate your process, your progress. You know what I'm saying? And with the shit you was talking about with that situation with Desi Banks and his girl, I understand she didn't see, what he was gonna be in hindsight. Okay, she made the wrong mistake. But we don't know what that chick was going through trying to pay them bills and support him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on. But in the interview, he said that he was working and he was giving her money. It's just the money wasn't coming.
But maybe it wasn't enough.
Again,
it was obvious what he was doing wasn't enough for her.
Okay.
It wasn't enough to take care of the motherfucking bills. So, okay, you bringing me 30% of the bills, but the other 70, I got to take care of myself. That's stress. You know what I'm saying? So I understand he's going off and became this millionaire, but shit, during that process, you becoming this millionaire, this lady's struggling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy and shit.
Right. But, that's all I got to say about it.
More than that, yeah. No, I have a different perspective. And I'm just in. I'm not that person that you have to take care of me when we go out and we date. I figure you make 50,000, I make 50,000. That's 100,000 together. I could buy you some water sometime. You could buy me water another time. I could treat you to. I could pay for dinner when we go out. You could pay for dinner the next time. Like I don't believe in that. The man has to solely foot the bill every single time that we go out. I make good money to allow me to pay sometimes. You understand? So that's where I'm different from a lot of women. But a lot of women on this instance, what the lady was talking about, they do go like that. They ain't come out of pocket for shit. We going out, nigga, and it got to be the finest of the finest every time you go out. If that is the case, where you gonna kill yourself when you make? Because technically, if you gross 50,000, you're not bringing home 50,000. Like Hollywood said, after you pay insurance and all of your bills and all that type of shit, you might be clearing 38.
Half.
Yeah, you not bringing home no real money. So it sounds good on paper to say I make 50,000, but what you got to be struggling. How does your dick even get hard when your bill's not paid?
Easy.
But my pussy don't get wet.
I hear a lot of people say that.
My bills. I don't see it. I don't see a nigga at all. Don't call me. Don't talk to me about shit or whatever. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm finna pay these bills or whatever. I'm in a fucking bind. Unless you calling the cash out me something, we're not talking about fucking. But everybody not the same. But I listen, niggas, you not gonna run into a bitch like me that don't mind coming out of pocket. And these bitches want you to be ready-made. So if them the bitches that you entertaining, you need to have a plan and get your shit together. Multiple streams of income. You can't follow that shit your granddaddy taught you. Work at this county job for 50 years and you gonna be straight. You got to do some other shit if that's not working for you.
Or just find you a woman that values that shit. That's all. Just find a motherfucker that value that shit, bro. Listen, Meek Mill said it's different levels to this shit. She's on a level where you not able to be at. So it is what it is. Just make the proper adjustments. I just feel like, again, it's nothing wrong with, like, bro, in my mind, you're a grown-ass woman. You are responsible for 100% of your bills. Somewhere in this shit, y'all figured that women be talking about, well, I don't even want nigga to help me with 50 if you can't do. You are a grown-ass person that's responsible for you. You want somebody to come in and take 100% of your problems and make them their problems.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
And you live and do what you want to do with your money. I don't like if a nigga come in and take 70% of your bills. I'm gonna take care of the mortgage. I'm gonna take care of the car notes. You just pay the light bill. What the fuck is wrong with that? You just want your check to be your check and do what you want to do with it, which is crazy to me.
I mean, I do.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, that's me, but is that realistic? That's all I'm saying. Like,
that's what a lot of women want, though. Cause men,
I want to win the lotto too, and I want my income and me not have to report to work every day. So we all want shit that ain't realistic.
But
you know,
I feel you, dog. I just don't get it, dog. Like, I just don't like. I guess my logical brain. And again, I'm not a woman, dog. I'm a man.
I don't understand these. Well, I am. Sometimes I got nigga tendencies or whatever, but I like to work and have my own shit. I don't know. I don't like being dependent on a nigga to do nothing for me. Nothing. I don't like that control that I feel I have to, like kiss your ass or whatever so that you could support me or whatever. I would rather do what I got to do and make my own money or whatever. And nigga, if we going out, and I mean, but that's how my daddy raised me. I didn't go out when I started dating as a teen. I didn't have a job, but my daddy always gave me money. Anyway, here's $100. Mm-hmm. Don't order shit that you can't pay for out of these $100. You understand? And if that nigga act crazy, you got money to get back home. You understand? But these women show up to date with these niggas with no money. No money, no purse, no wallet, no credit card, no cash. But you ordering shit that you can't even pronounce. I don't understand where y'all find these women at and how you make that acceptable.
Let's be honest, and we're gonna get out of here on this. A lot of people don't want to live comfortable lives. Most people want to live extravagant lives. If your man can get you a $50,000-$60,000 truck, which is a Mercedes Benz, whatever the 50,000 truck is, he puts you in a nice neighborhood where you don't have to worry about when you come home at night, niggas jumping out the bushes trying to rob you and no shit like that. Your kids go to good schools. Y'all still able to travel. You're just not able to jump up on a whim and go to Dubai on a Tuesday. Y'all might have to plan to get to Dubai, but you gonna get there. I think a lot of people just don't want comfort. They want to live extravagant lifestyles, dog. They want the Wraith. They want the diamonds. They want to be able to jump on Instagram. When in reality, bro, the world only functions off the middle class anyway. So if you got a nigga who can come in and say, baby, listen, I'm gonna buy you this house, the mortgage, you don't worry about it. Your car note, don't worry about it. The insurance, don't worry about it. I just need you to pay the light bill and the water bill and the phone bill.
That ain't no $50,000 nigga though. That's at least $150,000.
I don't make $150,000 and I could do that, bro.
You close. Let's stop bullshit.
Yeah, but we talking about with adding the new inflation and all that shit. If you go back out there in the housing market and buy one of these motherfucking houses now,
yeah,
it ain't happening.
Yeah. Well, I bought my house in 2014, so
that's what I'm saying. Like how they exactly. That shit ain't possible no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like I said, man, I just think that everybody want to live the lifestyles of the rich and famous, dog. and they don't value just common shit. Comfortability is something that's not viewed as comfortable, dog. That shit is like, shit, you gotta do everything.
They devalue food on the table and a roof over your head. like that shit is a given. It's not a given.
Yes.
It's not.
And we're gonna end the podcast on that. Shout out to everybody. Hey man, as I normally say, man, we have a live podcast coming, man. Details will be dropping this Tuesday. We're gonna flood social media with the flyers. If you want to come hang out with me, Freaky V, Hollywood, and a bunch of our friends and fans of the podcast, we're gonna have food, we're gonna have drinks, we're gonna have live entertainment. We're gonna have a whole bunch of shit going on. The event will be April 20th at 11:30. You guys that want to be a part of social media's most perfect podcast, his first live podcast, go to $Anthony305. Go ahead. Tickets will start being sold this Tuesday. You can start purchasing your tickets for the live event and bring your family, bring your friends, bring your daddy, bring whoever. Bring all your friends, man. Y'all all come hang out with social media's most perfect podcast.
Don't bring the kids.
No, I'm talking about your adult kids, because some of us got kids that's 21, 22 years old. You know, we'll fucking do it.
If you want them to hit the shit, then bring it.
Hey, bring them. You know where it's at home.
The more the merrier, right, Freaky V?
Bring them. Get a ticket. We'll accept everybody ticket.
Get a ticket, man. And as I said at the end of each and every podcast, we're social media's most imperfect podcast. I'm infamous.
My bad. Hollywood.
Disrespectful bitch, boy.
My bad.
Disrespectful fuck, boy.
Hollywood, goddamn.
Hey, the mute button was too far. My bad.
Listen, dog, that nigga don't.
Yeah, God, this motherfucker is crazy.
Dog, that nigga
Go
don't.
ahead.
That nigga don't respect us as a crew, organization, or nothing. He just disrespect. But
my bad, cuz.
So Theze Nutz official on Facebook. The flyer will be there. Instagram _ the flyer will be there. X infamous is gonna be there. TikTok infamous is gonna be there. Freaky V, how they get in contact with you?
I am Freaky V on TikTok, on Instagram and Threads.
It's gonna be there.
Yes, it'll be there.
Hollywood, how they get in contact with you?
I am Hollywood Rich _ on Instagram and Threads. Hollywood Rich 85 on Twitter.
It might be on that nigga page. It might.
It's gonna be on that too.
We trying to get
It's gonna be on there.
And as I said in each every podcast, we're social media shit. I'm out. Freaky V out. We got shit to go do. We got shit to go plan. So see y'all next week, man. Theze Nutz, your boy Infamous. You heard?